And we are live officially and now accurately. I do apologize for those who checked out the last stream. Live for Demon Slayer's final episode of the Hashira training arc itself. Without further ado, let's hit that intro. All right, guys, Brent here, back for Geek Fans to cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, Demon Slayer Season 4 flashy finale with the one and the only Man of Chaos himself. How are we feeling about this finale that'll be dropping here in the next 5 minutes?
Look, I'm just waiting for stuff to pop off. They didn't drop so many things as far as the trailers, the pictures, everything. Like, I just need this to kind of get going so we can find out where we're going to end up starting the Infinity Castle arc with the movies. Like, where is it going to start off? What are we getting into? How's it going to go down? How many movies we're going to have? 3. How long are they going to be? I don't know. Are they going to have any more seasons after this? Not sure, but anything's possible. So we're just kind of waiting for it.
Oh yeah, silly hearts, I'm right there with you. I'm feeling really, really good about this finale going in. Edison, welcome back on in. I'm feeling we're definitely going to get probably emotionally hurt a little bit in this episode, but nothing comparatively to what the three movies could potentially do to us, depending on how they play things. They've released a lot of early information, a lot of exciting stuff coming out. So we're definitely going to see a lot of great materials moving forward for them. But friendly reminder for everyone, we do not show any of the episode within the confines of this screen here. We don't have legal rights, permissions, or authorities to go ahead and do so. So if you want to watch it live, pull it up on your device, watch along with us. We'll talk about everything. We'll let everyone know when the episode is dropped and what minute marker we're hitting at, just so and everyone is as close as can be on the same screen. We've still been working on a timer, haven't found one that works within the streaming software to the best and most proper specifications for everybody, so we don't want to confuse the viewers as we're going through on things. We want to make sure we have accuracy on this, as I've already been inaccurate as to when the episode initially dropped. So that's on me, guys. Like, a lot of people said they've already watched it. A lot of people have gone on. Do not drop any spoilers in chat. Let everyone know about what is going on. So it's going to be definitely interesting thing. So a lot of stuff been going on. We'll see how things play out throughout this exciting episode, because Crunchyroll did announce on their Twitter officially about 14 hours ago now that the episode would be postponed. I don't have Twitter. I didn't catch it. None of the credible sites that I'm normally on posted anything about the information. It was only my boy Will who was able to let everything else happen here. So, thank you so much, sir. Appreciate that. Otherwise, I'd be entertaining these folks again for like 3 or 4 hours with no actual official content, which at that point I would just be straight up lying to y'all. And we're not in that kind of business. We're not kind of that level of entertainment. That's not what we do here. Accurate information to the best of our knowledge. I didn't check Twitter. It's on me. I'll hold that L for a good long while now. Anything in particular looking forward to in this episode, Will? I know you're very,
Zenitsu.
very much leaning into this.
Zenitsu. I need to know what's going on with him, and I need to see what kind of Godspeed this man comes up with. Like, what's next?
I mean, seeing him in action would be exciting, but at the same time, I don't think this episode is going to go ham on action. I think they're going to be more getting us centered for our plot points moving forward for all the insane action that the Infinity Castle is. But I would definitely not say no to a good amount of action happening in this episode. Because, I mean, I don't care if it's Zenitsu, I don't care if it's Inosuke, I don't care if it's Tanjiro. Give me some action. That's all I'm going to be able to really necessarily look forward to in this episode. So once we get more about everybody's like story, especially with Ubuyashiki going into this episode, like you guys are astutely pointing out, this could be the end for our beloved master. He could finally, kick the bucket, so to speak. But it's still wild that he's been playing games with Muzan for as long as he has been, but they never met formally. It's like, can you imagine playing a game of mental chess with someone, Will, for like who knows how long and never actually meeting someone? The episode should be up in about a couple minutes here, Eddie. But like, that's just wild, right?
I mean, not necessarily. There's some people I know that I have not officially met in person yet, and I got to play mental chess with them on the regular. So,
Why are you looking at me when you're saying that? I am on your team, sir. I'm just me. I can be difficult to work with at times.
but it's easier for them to work within the confines of whatever area they're in, knowing of the looming threat that each other pose to each other, and not meeting again. It's that buildup. So that's why the walkout was so smooth. That buildup has been there for so long. That's not counting just our time that we've been watching, the years that we've been watching, however long their period of knowing of each other, however long that is, because I'm pretty sure that's significantly longer.
Mhm.
And then getting to this point is just wild. That's why that buildup is so good, and that's why this next episode is going to be ridiculously like something's going it's going to catch fire immediately. Like the whole episode is just going to catch fire, flaming horse all the way through. It's like Ghost Rider's going to run through this thing. It's going to be ridiculous. I don't think it's going to be a slow pull. I think they're going to get right into it once it gets started.
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting stuff to break down. The episode did just drop called The Hashira Unite. The Hashira Unite. It is on Crunchyroll. I'm going to try and make sure I get into it before the site probably crashes. Okay. And play episode 8. Nothing's gone wrong. Episode's ready, and they are jumping to it.
All right.
So, again, friendly reminder, do not be in here posting anything about threads not pertaining to paid streaming services. Auto ban, Banhammer Justice Unisex. So, friendly reminder to all. Episode is out on Crunchyroll.
All right. I'm at 21 seconds. So you at?
I'm at 1 second. I just wanted to make sure I got everything posted so everyone can see, and no one in chat will be like, hey, when's the episode out? What's it on? It's all here. It's directly under me. Anyone in chat, feel free to moderate that as things are going. I'll catch up. I'm hitting play now.
All right, just let me know. I'm gonna go get me a spicy tuna crunchy roll after this.
Oh, yeah. 2:45 a.m. for this. Man, you guys are dedicated in Malaysia. Dedication. I'm at 20 seconds. Hit play. We're coming back with the walk up. Muzan and his drip. One of a kind. Just kidding. He copied it from Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson. Got that drip.
Slow roll, the step, the the cinematography. It's just the
The
energy
boys are
from
working OT right now.
boy. Shout out to the studio. They have gone in.
UFO table. Like, I heard you guys been talking about Mappa. What about us?
Yep, see you soon.
Like, how many different shots are they giving us that is just cooking? Because like, I'm okay with this. This is like movie level quality. The episode watch time looks like it's going to be closer to, I want to say like 33 minutes probably of actual content.
The normal is like what 21, 23 minutes,
Yeah, so
give or
they're
take.
going to
So
cook us for a good long while here.
yeah, slow burn in that first part, but like once we get back to where they first meet, I think that's where it's gonna pick up. It's gonna pick up.
Part of me wants to skip forward to like them actually talking, but like I don't want to miss this walk at the same
No,
time.
this is too good. Sorry, I
This is
can't.
like the Undertaker's entrance at like any WrestleMania. You're like, you want to skip forward because it's so long, but it's always so worth it. Dude can't see for anything. It just knows it's Muzan.
Mm.
These guys cooked. Hashira unite. Let's go party. Let's go chat. It's time. That one girl has got like stones of steel, just be sitting there staring at Muzan, just unbothered.
Mm-hmm.
Spent 1,000 years chasing this dude. We do not share screen. We do not have legal rights, authorities, or permissions to do so. Just so everyone is clear. Watch on your devices along with us.
Knew that you be coming. Yeah, I mean, this is what it led to, the inevitability.
You've been quite upset with me. I don't know why. You're just ruining my plans for immortality. I'm surprised he didn't send anybody else to do this.
He's gonna do it himself. He said, "You don't even look like anybody who's had the gall to freaking oppose me."
He's like, you're basically dead and you're stopping me? Really? Is this what's going on with my plans? He fought for 6 months when he told he had a few days to live.
Mm-hmm. I went for 6 months instead of 6 days.
Yeah. Yashiki out here fighting. Heart of a warrior.
Uh-oh.
Mm. Mm. You may not know this. Ah, hail from the same bloodline.
That was pretty obvious. He said, "Our blood is no longer thick."
He's just like, I've been here for 1,000 years. Let's get to this.
Like, we produced the monster. Welcome back. So it's part of the curse. Everybody was sick or weak.
Able to make the most of the time they had. Commit yourselves to stopping Uzan. Does he have any direct descendants, I wonder?
Through the ages, we have married the daughters of priests. And this has made our children less prone to death. Wow, that's wild.
We're watching the episode right now, Kyle, on Crunchyroll. Get some more leaks from y'all. We cover a lot of content, silly. We cover a lot of content, a lot of good stuff, even later today. Appreciate that.
He said your stuff is irrelevant.
No divine punishment.
I've never seen the gods or Buddha.
Notice only one of those got a cap on their name. For saying that he's going to off somebody, he's certainly taking his time with it. Sunlight, probably.
Hmm. No hatred for me.
He's just having a trip right now. He's like, yo, I should not have taken those before I came here.
There's out here playing ball.
I think he's like having a moment where he's starting to think about all the stuff that he's either repressed or forgotten even happened in his life. Because he's been around for 1,000 years. Can you imagine what your memory has to be like?
Massive. But don't these two belong to Ubuyashiki?
Yeah, I believe so.
He's got like five kids or something, don't he?
Familiarity. It's revolting. I can tell what's on your mind.
You're dreaming of eternity. Yeah, I mean 1,000 years already. I mean,
You could technically live immortal if you just stop messing with people's lives, but like, wanted to have it all, baby.
but he still has to feed though too, doesn't he?
He still has to feed, but I mean, he's got people to be like, hey, bring me this. I don't got to do nothing. You're just all terrified of me enough. I don't got to do anything. But he wants to take that next step. Yes, I've read the manga, silly. I have read the manga.
I have not. It's back there on my shelf, right there. Box set.
It was incredible and definitely worth the read if anyone has not read it. It's up there in my top 3 mangas I've read. That's 1,000 years. The humans will eventually conquer him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that heart and belief in him, even as
Mm-hmm.
he's about to face his very certain demise. All the respect in the world for Ubuyashiki.
Yeah. So yeah, that's Hinaka and Nachika. It's playing with the ball.
I do love when they showed Muzan in that shot. He had like a third eye.
No,
It's like he's got that whole mark that the Pharaoh does in Yu-Gi-Oh.
you stepped on the tiger's tail and incurred the wrath of the dragon. Oh,
Yeah, the animators were straight up cooking on this one. Interested to see if they didn't show Tengen. I don't think he'll be part of that Infinity Castle. I know in the manga he is not, but you never know if they're going to make a change for the anime.
his belief is what's important. As long as his belief survives, demon slayers will survive, and they're still going to hunt you down. So
And
even if
he's
you kill them,
inspired belief in all his people. Like they're tracking. Oh yeah, we all wish Rengoku had made it. We all do. But he was a necessary moment in time for everyone's personal growth. If they'd ran into any other Hashira, things would have been interesting to see how it gone. I think Guillaume is the only one that would have had a semi chance, but like even still, yeah, Tengen's my favorite Hashira, but I don't want him involved in this. I want him far away from what's about to happen. Although personally, I don't think Tengen would have fought Akaza and won, just personally.
mm. Yep, it'll definitely fuel them. That's for sure.
Because they genuinely love this man. It's like, are you done? I want to finish this. I never thought he would listen for so long.
I didn't think you listened, but I appreciate you hearing me out. Let's get on with it.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, look at Sanami. He's the first one running it. Oh,
Yeah,
there he is. Even Muichiro, wow.
yeah.
Everybody is booking it right now. A team up could have worked, silly. A team up could have worked. Even Tanjiro.
No, it's going. It's going. I'm hyped.
And they hit you with the commercial break at the right time, and you're like,
I knew it. No, no.
I wonder if this was like the earliest meeting, like flashing back in time. Been saying the last thing for the last 8 years. Ain't listening. Buyashiki, like the
They're
most
explaining why he
selfless
doesn't
dude
have
out here,
bodyguards. Okay.
to reach the hearts of all these people who are so selfish 90% of the time. Hmm. They haven't shown Guillaume yet. Did he just like accept it, or is he already there?
Oh, when Guillermo comes in, he goes, oh, look at that.
You haven't seen Muzan in action, I forgot.
This is
He's on another level.
animation, dude. The
This looks
snow
able to
falling
cook
gets
it,
incinerated. Like, this is
and they did this in a week. Hmm.
this animation was finished long before a week ago.
And he's just going out with a smile on his face, being held by his wife. Don't care about none of this. Oh, now everyone's motivated. We pushed the button. Kiyu and Tanjiro were together. Nope.
He blew himself up.
He's like, ow. They have overdone that.
Oh, the regeneration.
Oh, yeah, he's something. He's like, I should not have done that. We just got a little carried away, is all.
Oh no,
Unless that was a straight
he
up trap.
triggered something.
Got you guys going. He was ready to sacrifice himself for everybody. And he almost pulled it off.
That man said kamikaze in this thing.
Even Muzan, like, that's crazy. Thinks that would hurt.
Oh, so he made a big frag grenade, pretty much.
Basically, for all intents and purposes. And now he's like, I need to get out of here. There's people still coming. But also, he clearly has not been missing his workouts in the meantime.
Murderous intent. I mean, yeah, you're the whole purpose. His clan is still alive, is to fight you, to take you out.
And his wife and children were in on it. They're like, yeah, cool. Let's plan. Let's go. Talk about ride or die.
Flesh seeds, blood demon art. Yo, whose blood demon art is this? He said that. Whose blood demon art? Exactly. I'm like,
This is like a full
is that the
on
poison?
alien.
Is this? He can't move. So like, has he been poisoned? Is it paralysis? Come on. Oh,
She has been waiting for this for a while.
she was invisible with the so we see hers.
I think she's been waiting a little while on this plan. She's been sitting on it.
Yeah. She's gonna die.
She's like, please tell me this works. It's like you're trying this against the head of all demons, so it's like you better be confident in
I
this.
mean, yeah.
The
Tamayo.
fact none of the Hashiras have made it in this meantime, wild. Hmm. This is going off right now.
Yeah, this is. Tamayo.
Hey,
Oh, she
gamer,
just called the big
Guillaume.
guns.
Here we go.
Just go. Uh,
He was in on this. I was like, why isn't he
Yo,
running? There had to be the reason.
bah! Yeah.
Clean it.
He took this man's head clean off. I know he's not done, but dang.
Yeah. Guillaume.
Man.
Yeah, that's how strong this dude is. Just so everyone is now fully familiar with his work. But we all know that Muzan's a little bit craftier than this.
Yeah, that house explosion was wild the way it's set up. He predicted Muzan was on his way in the next 5 days. Use me as bait. It's gonna be more than Muzan said. You gotta do something else to Muzan. Like you probably gotta obliterate him all at once.
His intuition always seemed right, which is wild. Obuyashiki. This episode's cooking. I love how Guillaume didn't even bother arguing. He's like, all right. He's just, this is your plan. Let's do it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yo, the brain, the skull. This regeneration is wild.
Yeah. The only thing that can destroy Muzan is sunlight. So you basically need to hold him till morning. and he probably came in like the
But if he's in the
immediate start
castle,
of night. So it's
you
like
gotta
good luck.
they gotta pull him out the castle.
It's like that regeneration is crazy fast. 'Cause he survived the explosion. He survived being held. He survived being poisoned. He survived being beheaded. Muzan is just like, all right, what else you got?
Black
Oh, that's
blood
dumb.
brambles.
Animation is going off right now. Oh, he's ready to go.
That's it. Everybody stopped in their tracks and they see moves like, ah,
Talk about having presence. They just see you and they go, oh, oh no, this is happening now. And Tanjiro's
yep,
like, oh,
that's
cool, I get
him.
to see him again. But he knew exactly where he'd be. I feel like we should be doing a little bit more action than a little this, but I get it.
No, that's the build. There you go, Tanjiro. Everybody's coming. So, oh no, he's smiling.
Gotcha. You thought? Because everyone just realized in the wrong spot right now. He's like, yeah, what?
And Nosuke with his shrimp tempura.
Huh? They perfectly did this. Everyone's like, excuse me? What's happening right now? This is full scale battle. And if they put this in a movie, yo,
And they made this the equivalent of a domain expansion. Like, yo,
Inosuke smiles as he's going down. He's like, finally! Genya still ready to go. Still haven't seen Zenitsu yet.
kind of.
That's a sword, so he's got to be here. There he is. He's not screaming or crying. Everyone should be a little worried right now.
And he's awake.
Finally, because he knows exactly what he's being summoned for. Because like this is basically the basketball moment of everyone matching up with the ones right now.
Mm.
And Tamayo is still holding on. It is kind of. Hmm.
Mm.
The only person
Yeah.
he actually talked to with semi-respect,
No,
Tanjiro.
you gonna know my name. You gonna know my name.
Oh, when you're gonna do me like that? Whew, that episode was cooking. Good night a day. That could be like the greatest anime episode I have ever seen. Period. And like so little happened off rip. Yo,
The sheer magnitude of how everything's going down, how the setup is. Like they cannot the I need this first movie by February, no later. Like I
nah,
need it by
you
February.
waiting.
Do not make me wait a full year for this.
Oh my gosh. Oof. I'm out of words. Like that episode was legit. Holy hell. Like, and this is the quality that the movie's gonna be. Okay.
I mean, it's got to
I'll buy my
be.
tickets now. Shoot. Sold and sold. That was animation was crisp, the writing was good, the storytelling was fantastic, the action was good. Like I don't have anything to
So
complain about, you know?
so everybody's dropping in to their fights.
They're Fortnite dropping in.
So we saw freaking that Tanjiro dropped in on freaking Muzan, which is more or less just like a again,
Formality of just saying,
yeah,
hey,
just
I
letting
see
you
you,
know
I'm gonna
like
hit you.
this is gonna happen, and we're gonna drop him where we want him. So everybody's gonna be paired off with whoever it is that they're gonna fight. So we see it was what looked like it was Gyome and Giyu close together.
Yep, those two were close together. Sonomi
So
was basically solo.
so
Um,
Gyome and Giyu close together. We see freaking
the serpent guy
Kanroji.
and what's her face were together. That
Yeah,
one directly above me, the love
so it's
Hashira.
Kanroji and Iguro was close together.
Genya was
Um
kind of by himself. Zenitsu solo and
Gin
Inosuke was
see
solo.
Saname was by himself, but I think freaking what's um what's his name is gonna meet up with him. Genya.
Yeah.
I think him and Genya are gonna reconcile sometime during this fight. Uh
No Tengen, which I'm happy about.
Zenitsu is
Solo.
solo, and because he's got something he's got to deal with, and he's focused, so makes sense. In Nosuke, I'm gonna kind of say I think it's gonna be with the other Slayers
He just
because
has to join up at some point.
he likes to have minions, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's fighting with them, protecting them, and having them, be his minions, so to speak. Um, and then we've got Tamayo is still in there with Musa, and we've got Shinobu and Kanao are present.
Mhm. It's like
Who?
I know how everyone matches up, but I don't want to ruin the surprise for you of like who everyone is pairing
Nope,
up with. Because if I even tell you who's pairing up,
I'm
then
just
it's
making my
gonna see what
guesses.
happens.
I'm making my guesses and just kind of.
Yo, Jess, this episode cooked. It was phenomenal. I'm I'm totally okay that I accidentally made a whole live stream that, was the wrong time just so we could get this animation. You know what I'm saying? This was worth the wait. They just needed these extra 3 hours to really make
I'm
sure
gonna watch
everything
it
was
like
properly
3 or 4
written.
more times today. Like,
It's like there was so much to break down. There's so much to break into. Like the fact that the master was willing to full on end himself and his family's lineage should strongly let everyone know how much he believes in his beloved children to go out and exact his plan and his beliefs in his stead. So like that's going to be something that's really really exciting to see being, put out in a movie. Like I was wondering initially how we were going to go that route when I read the manga, because it's like it's hard to translate manga into a good anime sometimes. And with like how much action is broken down into, if they didn't do it a movie, we would probably get two more seasons out of this than what I feel is necessary. I think the movie is the right choice, capitalizing now while we all seen what UFO Table can really, really do. And huge shout out to them, because like even like the littlest details of when the explosion was transpiring was fantastic. It's like, and I'm assuming you are already rewatching the episode and just watching the little
And I'm
details.
watching the end part now. They always do the Taisha era secret.
Mhm. You're just watching everybody basically drop in, get their whole setup going on here. It's like things were so fantastically done. The fact they've stayed as true as they have to the manga while still making some changes here and there, absolutely fantastic.
So Rengoku trained Mitsuri.
Hmm.
That I didn't know.
They said that like a season ago.
I didn't know that. I missed that part.
You watched it with me.
I missed that part. Freaking, I did not recognize.
But that's why she's got kindness like
Yeah, I
radiating out
noticed
of her
she ate.
pores.
I noticed she was around him with him, so that. But I didn't know he like trained her from jump.
No, he saw something special in her and then brought it to the surface, and now she's as strong as she is.
Yeah. Freaking, I didn't know like she like went through his entire his training.
Yeah.
So
Like,
that's the part that's fantastic, because I like them paired together as far as friends, like both like to eat and stuff.
yeah, because Rengoku is just a happy-go-lucky individual that we all lost too soon. Like he was probably the best personality-wise out of all the Hashira because of how happy and radiant he was and how much he brought everybody together and got them focused on like common causes and stuff. Still not my favorite, but I mean Rengoku is still
And
easily
he just
top pick
spoke.
for anybody.
Rengoku just spoke.
Hmm. Yeah, he's having his little moment.
Man, that's my
Are you getting
dude. Right
tears?
there. See, I have the sword with Rengoku's freaking guard on it. Okay.
You're just gonna keep pointing at it, just trying to
Yeah.
walk away from your feelings like that. Like everyone else in chat isn't going to be experiencing even worse feelings when we get to the Infinity.
I got my Rengoku pop right there. And there's Tengen, there's Tenroji, like they're all right there. Just having a moment. So, like we were saying earlier, like this is ridiculously good. This is great for the setup for the movies. Now, as far as what's going to transpire with the movies, Infinity Castle, everybody's going to be paired up for their battles. We're going to see some people scrapping. Now, been told that again, it's dropping in 3 movies, so most likely each movie is going to focus on a different aspect of the fight and stuff, because I
Because
don't
there's
think that,
4 main battles, and there's like 2 minor battles that happen as well that will influence how things are going on.
okay,
I'm sure
so
Zenitsu's battle will be thrown as a minor subplot of another movie.
Zenitsu's subplot is one. So that we've got the 3 remaining of
There's
the
5
12.
upper ranks left.
No,
So
the 3 original remaining that we know are like the super big threat as far as the fight.
Kaza, Doma, and I always forget this guy's name.
Freaking his
Not the guitar lady, because she's not as big a threat as everyone.
Yeah, she's not the. That's what I said. That's why I didn't really count her as far as being like the threat. Like
and then
it's
the one
Kokushibo,
is not
Doma,
really a
and
threat.
Akaza. So Kokushibo, Doma, and Akaza are there as far as the big 3 fights that I'm looking at outside of Muzan. Then you've got Nakame, who she's going to be dealt with at some point by somebody.
Because otherwise, she'll just keep changing the rooms and changing the battles for everybody when something bad is happening for their team.
She's going to have to be eliminated for them to actually try to get the upper hand at some point. and then Muzan. So that's five. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights right there. So
At
now I
the
think
very least.
at least 6 fights. Okay. Oh yeah, freaking. So you roughly run 2 fights per thing. You got so you can run freaking like each the big fights and stuff coinciding within the same movie. So you can run 2 big fights per movie. So if you want to do, say, you're dropping off of the 4 Kizuki that are left, so that you do 2 each movie, and then you could have the minor going at the same time, and then the last fight is completely focused on Muzan, because that's all the way Muzan is and the way he's running the show and he's acting, so that you just need that completely focused on him. Like everybody else is, so now he can kind of go all out, or he can absorb whatever's left and make himself like whatever he's gonna do. He's gonna go all out and just kind of run the gauntlet with everybody.
Because this was his plan from jump. I don't think he intended on getting jumped the way he did, but he had a plan of enacting the Infinity Castle tonight, regardless of what happened, because we saw how quickly his team sprang into action. Like that was not premeditated, or that was not something that you just thought of on the spot. This is something he's been sitting on and working on. And he was like, no one saw these demons because he was getting his forces lined up, his T's crossed, his I's dotted, and he's like
Everybody's
making sure
waiting.
everyone is going to be fighting who they need to be fighting. Because he's like, he basically had a pre-matchup schedule of his opponent, and his opponent's coming in blind. He's got his Batman prep time. How that'll play out, that's going to be the super exciting thing, because I will say I think Muzan had a couple miscalculations we'll talk about when those movies drop.
Oh, now here's the biggest question and stuff like that right now is, where is Nezuko?
Nezuko, they've left a mystery on purpose.
Yeah,
And that
exactly.
will come in to be a huge factor into when we get to Muzan's moment in time. As for everything else, not right now. Because even Muzan is still currently like, where you at?
Yeah.
He
so
does not know.
Tamayo said he absorbed something, the poison that turns demons into humans, like that, which I think is
And
what's going to
completely unaffected.
Huh?
And he looked completely unaffected by it.
Poisons take time based off of your biology and stuff. Some people have more of a resistance to stuff. Muzan, I'm sure, has an incredible resistance to so many things. So if this is perfect, as Tamayo said, it's right that it's going to kick in, plot device, it's going to kick in when it makes sense to kick in, and it's going to start affecting him. And that's what's going to give them a chance to fight on more even playing field, as opposed to Muzan being where he is versus everybody else. So that's going to even the playing field and give everyone a shot to get things done. And that's
currently where he's at. If he was at full power, like when every hashira jumped him, he's still probably cooking 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah,
even with that terrible situation he was at. But like the fact he got poisoned and then had his head separated from his being and then just popped it back in like nothing was going on. Like that's wild. Because like it's not like Yome is someone who's going to be like, yeah, let me go at like 50% power. He swung that thing like he meant it.
And he came in with everything, and he got a little axe on in that thing too, which I wasn't sure about. So he's got a mace and an axe, and he's ready to go to work. So I definitely want to see Yome go to work.
And like the speed and precision in which he wields that thing, because that weapon is just as dangerous to the user as it is ultimately to those around it. Like you got to know what you're doing, or you're gonna be causing some havoc. And that ball honestly looks like it's probably about a ton, and he's just flipping around like it ain't no thing. He's flipping it like it's flipping a burger.
It's it's gonna be dangerous regardless. So, but yeah, I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see this pop off. This is gonna be too good. Now, as far as when the movie's released, again, I'm hoping for February at the latest for it to come in. But I don't know the time for like the way it is. Like you see with Marvel's Infinity War and Endgame, they waited 1 year between the two, which built up so much hype and anticipation and stuff like that. It was well done as far as that's concerned. I would not want to see anything more than that. Like the year is the absolute freaking minimum cutoff. that you need to do for something like that to build that hype and sort of that. As far as an episodic seasonal show that comes out and you're changing everything to movies, you still got to stay within that time frame of that year to make it make sense for the fans. Movies work a little different. Movies we get every 2 to 3 years, and they're, I won't say necessarily bigger productions and stuff. Like there's a lot more that goes into some of the stuff. I don't know all the monetary factors that are involved, but I know this being animation and this being an episode, you think you write out these episodes and you draw them out. Again, each episode is roughly about 20 minutes worth of content, give or take. Like this one was about 30 minutes worth of content. If you're dropping a movie, which you expect to be about 2 hours long, that's essentially one season of the show that's going to be within that 2 hours because you estimate about 20 minutes per episodes. That's 6 to 12,
at least 8 or 9 episodes. Yeah, so it's like
depending
that's
on
cooking.
depending on how much each episode is. So that again, some episodes maybe 20 minutes, some maybe 30 minutes, whatever. So same thing going in is like you're giving us a movie. This movie needs to be at least 90 minutes minimum. I'd prefer for it to be 2 hours. And a 2 hour runtime, of course, is going to cut down because of opening intro credits. Don't tack on a bunch of stuff. Like you give us little stuff like this right here, what we just saw, it's probably gonna be the beginning of the first movie. Let's just be honest. The way that everybody's
We're
been
gonna
doing
watch them drop in, and then we're gonna pick right up from there.
we're gonna watch them drop. Like it's gonna be. I think we're probably still gonna get the slow walk moves on out everything. So the entire first 30 minutes that we just got is probably gonna be the first 30 minutes of the movie. I hate to say it, but that's probably what it's gonna be. So if they do that, then you need to give me at least a 2 hour freaking movie minimum. So I've got another hour and some change worth of content to watch and watch how the fight plays out. That just makes the most sense to me. If you do anything less than that, again, because again, just watching some of these other movies, again, My Hero has been the only one that I've really seen in theaters as far as a seasonal show going to a movie. Has been the only one that has not done just a let's recut episodes and add them in to make the movie. They actually have entirely separate movies that have a whole separate premise so they can stand alone or they can work within the storyline and not make a bit of difference. But
And
again,
that's why they're dropping another movie in August.
that's why it's its own thing versus Demon Slayer's movies are literally episodes cut together, cleaned up, and made a little bit prettier, kind of going in. I don't necessarily agree with that. I need you to give me something solid, concrete, and new. Like, don't just, again, I expect old pieces, but I need more new than I need stuff I've already seen.
And Mason, I have absolutely said like a lot of the information that's come out about this season has been false. They said like last episode was supposed to be 40 minutes. It was 35 counting credits. This one was supposed to be another 50 to an hour. It was like 40 minutes with like 8 minutes of credits, counting the credits they had in the beginning of the episode, which, hey, credit yourself all you want for how crisp this episode was. I do not care. It was fantastically done. But at the same time, the internet is the internet. There will be information and misinformation spread throughout it constantly. And I think that's one of the dirty little rumors that someone probably said to try and stir up hype and interest. In fact, they should have just let this episode play out for itself because I think it was more than up to the hype. Me personally, I don't need an hour runtime on this episode, but like for the movies, obviously you're gonna want somewhere. I would say an hour and a half to an hour 45 is fine for an anime movie. I haven't seen most anime movies shoot past that time, but again, that's up to everyone's usual styles and preferences. Because I know, like sometimes Studio Ghibli will be like 2 hours. Sometimes they're done in an hour 10, and still you feel meaningful, powerful, impactful moments throughout the films brought to light properly. So as long as that continues to happen, I have zero complaints. This episode and this anime UFO table, you guys, my hat is metaphorically off to you because I'm having a bad hair day, so I'm just wearing the beanie. But like, look, you guys did such a fantastic job. Like this episode, top to bottom, could be considered one of the better episodes in anime. Just not just this one, but cumulatively. I put it up there with some of the episodes that Attack on Titan has done, some of the episodes that like Dragon Ball Z did when it like broke the internet, if the internet was super active back in the early 90s. It's like or for when Goku went Ultra Instinct. Like some of these episodes have been some of the best, period. So it's like I may not even like Attack on Titan, but I still will always give them their due that the meaningful and impactful moments that they need to have, they're able to draw out through good storytelling, good animation, and good writing. It's just not an anime that is appealing to me personally, but doesn't mean it detracts from anyone else's enjoyment of the product. You can still critically look at something and be like, yeah, this is great. I just don't like it. Hell, Will doesn't even like Lord of the Rings. And I don't know how that sentence is even possible. But like I still hang
I
out with this
know
dude
nothing.
every weekend.
I know Legolas has got a bow and arrow. There's a dwarf with an axe. Um, the main guy is supposed to be a king, something. I don't know, whatever it is. I know something. And there's four little guys running around taking the long way around to go drop a ring in a mountain.
Technically too, but I won't spoil that for you. We'll watch that at some point in time. Like I feel like we need to make a subscriber mark where we force Will to watch Lord of the Rings live in one of these watch parties. And I'm not talking about like the originals. I'm saying we make him sit through the like the extended Blu-ray. But we're off topic. I brought us off topic. That's on me. This episode was fantastic. I don't mean to detract from it in any way, shape, or form. Tangents are just something that happens with all the shenanigans that happen here at Geek Variants every so often. Because, you know, we're humans. We get sidetracked by certain things. This episode should not be sidetracked in any way, shape, or form because UFO Table cooked fantastically. The
I love it.
emotions that every hashira was showing on their faces and in their voices when the explosion was happening was getting me. I already know that when we hit the Infinity Castle, someone's going to need to bring tissues for me. I already know. I'm not ready for it.
It's
I
me.
need I need to get
It's
my
me.
baseball pants on
I'm
for
bringing
it.
tissue.
Shoot,
I'm
like Geek Variants live watch in theaters together, just to have these sad moments. Like, see which one of us cries the least. Because it won't be me. I'll cry the most. Even
whatever.
trying to be competitive, I'll be like, be
I'm
that
all
moment
in
from
for it.
Friday with a chance of meatballs. Get back in there, tear.
No,
But
I'm all in for it. I don't care. Look, when we lost Rengoku, I got so choked up and I was hurting. I was hurting hard. So I was like, I don't want to feel that again. But I feel like it's gonna be, it's gonna be freaking worse as far as
oh, it's
it's gonna
so
be
much
multiple
worse.
people.
You have no idea. It's so much worse. I was tearing up reading it. So seeing it, you're not ready. You just aren't ready. That's all I can say.
Oh, it's gonna be
It,
freaking bad. Yeah, it's gonna be bad for you too because you've already lived through it. But then you having to watch it animated on screen with freaking
I'm
the voice
reliving my
actors and
past
stuff.
traumas in front of everybody.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, you're finna go through it. So and that's why I said definitely, I wanna I want to live. I would love to be able to live watch if I can. Can like I will I will rent out a theater if I can and just like
obviously
yo
we won't show the content on the screen, but it'll just be like our reactions to it and be like,
yeah I just I'll set a camera up so like that and I'm just watching it so like that it's just like yo I'm in there.
it'd be amazing to get like a whole theater of just the geek variants who want to be there for this live event.
Oh I'm gonna start.
Location, find the place, get everything hooked up, and be like, all right, cool. We have this theater. We have so and so. Buy your tickets. Come hang out with us. Come sit with us. Come talk with us. Enjoy this film because obviously, if you talk through this film, I will be upset. It's like I'm sure there's gonna be a couple oh no's, and I can't believe that happened, but that's perfectly normal. So it's going to be a wild, wild time here at the channel. Thanks to every single one of you amazing viewers who have been helping us grow so much by hitting that subscribe button and that follow button. Both are entirely free and greatly help us out. Tons of free anime content coming for you guys. We got House of the Dragons later today, so we'll be live streaming again here probably in the next, what is it, like in less than 5 hours. We'll be back for more live stream action for another emotional story to just keep gut sucker punching us as we continue through, these great content slate that has been dropping for the entire month of June and now basically heading into July. Do you have any final thoughts you want to tack on? Any final feelings you want to have? I'm
Uh,
basically at a loss of what else to say other than UFO Table. It's
I'm
amazing.
mentally spent. I'm just waiting now. Just waiting.
All right, guys, with that in mind, be sure to hit that lovely red subscribe button. Greatly helps us out. Again, it's free, helps things move along for the channel. Remember, we have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up. That is now apparently like only 40 something ish subscribers away. So that'll be shortly. We'll have something figured out for you guys at that moment in time. We are going to go to our recap episode, which we will post probably here within the next hour. I've been Brent with Chaos himself, going through all his feelings on screen with you, the viewers. See you in the next one.